up YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got another little quick review for you today. This one courtesy of the Pass Around group, so big shout out to Lefty, appreciate that. And BladeWalker actually sent me this, did the unboxing about a week or so ago, I guess. Still a little bit under the weather, so I apologize for any issues with my voice cracking or coughing or whatever. Trying to keep it together as much as I can. This one is the EMP EDC Pulse OTF. Before I get into it, let's hit the like button. If you like the content, I really appreciate it, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you want more of it. It really helps me out, and I appreciate all my channel members, Patreon subscribers, everyone in the community is awesome. Lefty starting up this Pass Around group, BladeWalker for sending me this, people that send me knives every day, really appreciate y'all. So my hat's off to y'all, and I could not keep going without it, so definitely appreciate that. All that being said, let's get a closer look at this one. EMP EDC, EMP standing for Every Man's Pocket. This one is their Pulse OTF. Pretty unique blade shape on that one, right? I thought so. For an OTF, you know, pretty cool. We're going to talk all about it. Let's go ahead and do some specs, do like the little overview part, and we'll get into thoughts after that. So from the tip of the blade to the end of the handle, you're looking right at 7.5 inches. No glass breaker sticking out there. Some people like the glass breaker, a lot of people don't. I personally, if I'm carrying a knife, I have another means of breaking glass in the car or the truck other than that, but yeah, some people would like the glass breaker. So to me, I like it without a glass breaker, so that's a positive in my book anyway. So 7.5 inches all the way to the end of the handle there, and 3 1/8, almost 3 1/4 if you go all the way back to where it meets up with that handle right there on that side of the sharpening choil. Blade, I don't know, sharpened edge length, I'm wanting to say about 2 15/16, just under 3 inches on that sharpened blade length. Sorry about that. Cutting edge length. All right, thickest part of the spine, 130 thousandths. Behind the edge, right at 28 thousandths. So kind of goes down to a very slicey edge, I would say. Not the sliciest thing in the world, but not a chunker, not too big of a chunker. 432 thousandths on the thickness on the handle. I don't know if this matters or not. I'll go ahead and do it anyway. Just over an inch, 1.13 inches on that. And 440 thousandths if you measure it that way. If anybody needs to know out there, I don't really do OTFs as often, so all right, so let's do some size comparisons. We'll start out with some regular folders, and you got your Cold Steel Knives 8010, which is a lot larger. Demco Knives 80-20.5, about the same overall. The 20.5 slicer actually is a little bit longer than this one. As far as thickness goes, compared to the 8010, yeah, see, it's looks like a little bit thinner than the 8010, so not especially thick. And you got the Ontario Knives Rat Model 1 and the Ontario Knives Rat Model 2. Closer to the Rat 2 on the overall length anyway. I was comparing a folder to out the front, so bear that in mind. Spyderco Paramilitary 2 and your Spyderco Para 3 right there. And let's do a couple OTFs. You got your Microtech Ultratech. Alright, so a little bit shorter overall than the Ultratech, and your Microtech Direct Delta. So definitely smaller than the Direct Delta, and smaller than the even the Ultratech. But get out one more Microtech This is the UTX 70, much smaller, so larger for sure than the UTX 70. All right, got the size comparisons, measurements, blade stock thickness, all that. Let's go ahead and get out the scale here, get a weight on this bad boy. It's got an aluminum chassis, which most OTFs do, or not chassis, but frame, housing, I guess. Stainless steel hardware, titanium pocket clip. I'm gonna go with, it's close to what I would have guessed. I was gonna say 4.5 or 3.5 actually, but yeah, 4 ounces. A little heavier than I thought because it definitely feels very, very light in hand. And let's go ahead and do the hardware check. Got my NASA driver right there. This is a T8 on here, and I'm almost positive that that's what it is, but I'll go ahead and double check it. Yeah, so 2, 4, 6 T8 screws, and you can take it apart. Pocket clip T8 as well, not reversible. Right-handed only on that one. But pretty cool. You can take it apart if you need to, you know. Just definitely be careful, you know, maybe watch a video on it before you do it. If you're not familiar with out the front knives, you know, they're not like rocket science, but they are different than folders, so definitely keep that in mind. So that's pretty much all the specs, the overview. Getting into the aesthetics, the review part of this, what I think about it, I think aesthetically it's odd looking, but I really like it. The button is very comfortable to actuate, very easy, much more so than the old the Ultratech, you know. I mean, not saying the Ultratech's like impossible or anything, but it's much more comfortable. You can kind of see the you know, little roundedness compared to the switch on that, a little fatter, a little bit, not much fatter, but yeah, very, very smooth, very reliable, super reliable. Haven't had an issue with this one. I think they're OEM by Bestech, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong on that, but I believe these are OEM by Bestech. The EMP knives, pretty cool logo on there. Look at that. I think that, I've always thought the EMP logo was pretty neat. Really nice groove pattern right there on that aluminum handle. That's really nice. Flat on the back. You can actually stand it, you know, you can just sit it down like that, you know. So that's pretty cool. Sit it down like that. Pretty neat, you know, kind of boxy, but I'm digging it. Don't really have too many choices when you're designing an OTF. I mean, you can design some different stuff, and they definitely did that with this, you know. So the ergonomics, I would say, are awesome for an out the front knife. A little bit of blade play, which is to be expected for any out the front knife. You know, my Ultratech's got it, my Direct Delta's got it, the UTX has it. The only ones you'll find are maybe like some of the newer Microtechs that they're coming out with. I think the Atreus, maybe, not 100% sure on that, but they are coming out with a model with 0 blade play. Hawk Deadlock also 0 blade play, but those are, you know, around $1,000 or more. So this one retails around $280. They are not currently available. The blade is Magna Cut on this one. They do have some other blade steels, I believe. They also have an American-made version of this one, and I think they have a Pulse R, maybe. A couple of different versions, I think, of this one. They have seen a wider, like a more broad version also in a couple of places. So overall, I would say it's a great OTF. I mean, I would recommend it, you know, to the Ultratech for sure, you know, but the Ultratech has been around for many, many more years, you know, and as far as reliability goes, I've never had an issue with Ultratech or this one, but I have put that Ultratech through a lot more than this one. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. And hey, if you like the content, hit the like button, and if you want more of it, subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that very much, man. And thanks again to the Pass Around group for sending this, and BladeWalker. And I'll see you guys on the next one.